Hey, welcome into my reselling channel, Flippin' Hippos. Happy to see you, and I'm glad you're here. Today is Wednesday, and I typically do a midweek motivation or some kind of organizational video on Wednesdays just to keep everybody motivated and organized, which are two of my favorite things to talk about. Creating a solid routine as a reseller is one of the biggest keys to consistency, motivation, and income stability. So today we're going to talk about a practical, friendly way to build an actual routine based around your business and your needs that actually sticks with you and not some perfect day fantasy. So a lot of people will tell you when you want to first build your routine to get out a piece of paper and write down your ideal day. And that's your perfect day fantasy. And you can still start there if you would like. Get a piece of paper and write down from the time you get up to you go to bed your perfect day. What tasks would you like to complete that day? What would you like to do for your reselling business? Factor in all of your responsibilities, which is going to look different for everyone. Some folks have kids, some don't. Some have pets, some have elderly parents they're taking care of, or a job outside of the home. Your day and your responsibilities are going to be very unique to you. Don't forget to include them, because even though you're writing down your perfect fantasy day, you still have to have all of those responsibilities and adulting things that we have to do every day. So write it all down and then respectfully circle or highlight the realistic things, because you're probably not going to work on your reseller business full time and have other full-time responsibilities and or a job and clean your house top to bottom and watch 12 movies and 5 shows on Netflix and read a book. Like, some things are just not plausible. So go through your list with a keen eye and find everything that's plausible. And you can shift things around. You can have a day where you take off work early and read your book or watch your Netflix show. We're here to build all of that today. When it comes to your reselling business, you do need to have a block of time for that specifically. That is only for reselling. If you can have a straight block, that's great, but not everyone can. I have friends who work after their kids go to school for a little while, and then the kids come home and they do the family thing, and then that evening they work another block of time. So this doesn't have to be like when we all worked outside of the house at a 9 to 5. You can block your reselling time however you need to around your life. That is the beautiful part of being a reseller and owning our own businesses. So just block time specifically for your business, though. Whether it's 9 to 5, midnight to 8, 2 hours here and there. I just want you to block the time, because I think that's super important. When you work from home for yourself, it's very easy to blur those lines between home, life, family, and work activities. And you really need to have clear lines and boundaries. This is my work time. This is my block of time where I work and I don't do anything else. Once you have your block or blocks set for your work hours, you're going to first build your routine around the money-making tasks. I tell you all the time, at the end of the day, there's only 3 things that resellers really have to do consistently on a daily basis. Ship, list, and source. You have to ship what's sold, you have to list to sell more, and you have to source to have things to list. So you do want to have those things daily. Listing, shipping, probably answering customer messages, and sending offers. These are all daily things. The lower impact, you can batch or set time blocks within your block, right? So let's say you work from 9 to 5. You can say from 3 to 5 at the end of the day is when I send offers, answer customers, do my listings, or from 9 to 11, whatever you want to do. Make it work for you. But you're going to have time to inventory, organize, Nope. Organize your inventory. That's a better way to say it. You're going to need time for photos, cleaning, prepping, social media if you choose to do social media in addition to your reselling business, and research and comping and all that good stuff. I always tell people you should probably set a daily non-negotiable. So have a minimum amount of items you want to list on XYZ platforms. You could be in a place where you only list 10 a day on eBay. You could be in a place where you list 5 a day on 12 platforms. Whatever that looks like for you. But have that daily non-negotiable, I'm going to list this many items, or this a monetary amount. Some people do that too. Some people say the total number of listings they want to get up, and some people say the total monetary value. Decide which way you're going to do it and set that non-negotiable goal. You want to have a photograph non-negotiable goal, or one for shipping. Ship everything by noon. Do shipping first. Write those down, because those are going to be what you do every day no matter what. When life happens, when things happen, when I should say things outside of our control, doctor's appointments, sick kids, pets, a car has to go into the shop, all the things that life can throw at us. Again, the beautiful part of being our own bosses and having this reseller business is you can say, I'm going to take a half a day to deal with the car, or take a day off because I'm sick, whatever. But there should be the non-negotiables. I've talked a lot about time blocking already. You want to time block. You don't want a time drain. If you feel like you're working all day, that's a drain, man. That's like going to the office and working for the man. You don't want to do that. You want to block. You want to say, this is my time to ship. This is my time for photos. This is my time for listing. And then what I like to call the admin inventory part of the day, which is all that customer service and messages and social media and offers, all of that. Then you don't feel like, oh man, it's 7:30 and I'm working all the way till 5 to 9. I'm working all day. No, you're just looking at it in blocks. Right now I'm doing shipping. And when this is done, shipping's done. I'm done to do listing. And when that's done, listing's done. That is time blocking really keeps you focused on the activity or task at hand, but also makes the time chunks seem more manageable, and you're constantly moving into different tasks and not getting bored. Batch work, batch work, batch work. Always time block, always batch work. Don't photograph one item and then list that item. You know, photograph everything, list everything. You should have a low energy version of your routine. So how I talked earlier about your non-negotiables and how life can happen, you should have a low energy version if you needed to just work a couple hours or a half day. Not every day is a power day. You want to have as many power days as you can during the week, but not every day is a power day, okay? Because life happens. So have a backup plan and have a low energy version. So let's say you got your non-negotiables down. Did you write them down? Write them down. And then you say, well, I want to list 10 items a day. Sometimes you're going to have to relist stale items instead because you don't have time to do the full process. You can send offers. You can organize your desk pile. So I would say on the same piece of paper or another piece of paper, you would have your non-negotiables, your basic routine, and then your low energy version of that basic routine. Don't rely on that. Don't do it often. A low energy version of your routine is supposed to be, it's there, break glass in case of emergency. Your low energy version of your routine in your mind should be that. It should be encased in glass, break glass for emergency. It's there as a backup when you need it, but you shouldn't rely on it. But when you do have days where life is just life and you just don't have time to do it all, progress is better than perfection. So a little bit of progress is better than none. Anchor your routines to your existing habits. Think about what you already do each day. We all have routines that we're already doing. You wake up, do you go for coffee first? Maybe you could send offers during that time. Maybe you have more energy in the afternoon than the morning, so maybe you want to do your photographs in the afternoon. I have a bad back. I do this because I'm disabled. Most of you know that. And as the day wears on, my back will actually start to hurt more. So I try to do shipping and photographing and household chores and everything like early in the day. And so as the day wears on and I'm going into the afternoon time, I'm looking at my computer work, the listing, the offers, the social media, so I can rest my back. So you may want to think about that too. But just think about, what are you normally doing every day? What do you already have in place that's a routine? And then build your routine for your reselling business around your existing habits. It's easier to slide that stuff in than start all over fresh. And track your progress, guys. I talked about this last Wednesday when we talked about staying motivated with your goals, to not just track your sales and your monetary success. You want to track that, sure, but track your progress. Sales will fluctuate and effort is controllable. Your sales will always fluctuate. Your effort should not. So track how many listings you're doing, how much your sell-through rate is, how your average sale price is going, what you're sourcing, what you're finding. Track all of those goals that you can see with your eyeballs. You ready for this one? Schedule days off. I'm serious. I talk about work-life balance on this channel all the time. I talk about it on Instagram. I talk about it on TikTok. I talk about it on my live shows. Why do I talk about it so much? Because it's so super important. In order for you to be at your physically and mental best, you need to rest. You need to take breaks. You need to do things other than work. You cannot be good at your job if your job is all you do. You have to take time for yourself, for your mental health and clarity. You need to spend time with your pets, your family, your friends, your loved ones. You need to spend time on hobbies, doing things you enjoy. If the weather permits, probably going out for a walk every day and getting fresh air. That is all so important. Work-life balance is the cornerstone for a healthy life and a healthy business, because if you're not healthy, you're no good. If you're no good for yourself and you're not healthy, you are no good for anybody else, including your business. You can't just work all the time. You can't fiddle fart around all the time either. So you have to work. You have to have these routines that we're talking about today. And you have to have a schedule and time blocks and all of these things. But you need to schedule time off too. Even if it's just a half day. Even if it's just one day a weekend. Take a day off. No listing, no sourcing, no guilt. Think of it like this. Resting is part of your job, and you have to schedule it in. Review weekly, not daily, because days are going to come and go, and they're going to fluctuate, and things happen. But at the end of every week, what worked? What felt heavy or too hard to do? What felt like a square peg going in a round hole? This just didn't fit in my routine. I don't like it. It didn't fit. It's gross. I don't want to do it. What felt like that? How can you fix it? Where can you move it? Or is this something you can get rid of altogether? If it's something you can't get rid of altogether, you need to figure out how to fix it. So what worked? What didn't? Can I simplify anything? And as you go through your routine, over time, a lot of things are going to become autopilot for you. And you are going to become faster, and your processes will speed up, and you'll become more efficient in less time. So then you start questioning yourself at the end of the week. Can I add new things? Can I do more? And remember, your routine should fit your life and not anyone else's. So don't try to emulate other resellers or other people and make your routine exactly like theirs. because it's not going to be. We all have different lives and responsibilities and ways of doing things that aren't going to work for other people. You know, I always take what I can use from people and leave the rest behind. So everything I'm talking about today, take what works for you, but don't try to be me because we're not the same person. The best reseller routine is going to be realistic, repeatable, and forgivable. If you can take a week off for vacation, or if you can have a really bad, just one day, and you can come back and pick up right where you left off and slide right back into your routines, it's a good routine. So work on it. We're not even through January yet. We have all of 2026 to get this going. I would like to see those of you that are struggling with organization and routines really start to work on this, really write things down and figure it out, so that maybe coming into March, you've got these routines in place. And again, you will get faster, your processes will get smoother, and you can add more and more and become more and more successful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It does help me feed my hungry hippos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.